Hey friends, my daughter has early release from school today, and to be quite honest, my almost 3-year-old is kind of having a rough day. So he's up on the counter eating his lunch. Sometimes you do what you got to do. So anyway, we all have those days, but I'm going to put a pork tenderloin in the crock pot. Okay, so I want to tell you first, what I did is I marinated it so I seasoned it with Himalayan sea salt, and then this Fiesta lime Mrs. Dash salt-free seasoning, okay, and I rubbed it in really well to the pork tenderloin after I trimmed it. So I'll usually like trim the if there's big like hunks of fat hanging off of it. Obviously you want a little bit on there, but I like to trim a lot of the excess off, so I did that, and then I seasoned it. And then I also put some lemon. You can use lime too. Lime is really good. Usually I do that. I was just out of lime. So I did lemon today. So it's been marinating in the fridge for about 4 hours, okay? 2 hours is plenty of time, but I did it earlier this morning. So I'm going to set this down, okay? And I hope that you can see that. So the skillet is right there. And then what I'm going to do, okay, I've got the whole pork tenderloin here. You want your skillet to get really hot, so there's a little bit of olive oil on there, and then you're just going to sear the pork tenderloin on each side. Now, you want to, so it'll sound like that, and you may need to turn your vent on, so I'm going to turn it on just for a minute, but I'm going to show you, you want to let it sit there for, so sorry, I know it's kind of loud, y'all. So you want to let it sit there. So let it sit there for about 2 minutes, okay? And then you're going to flip sides, okay? So you're just going to flip it over, sear it about 2 minutes on the other side, okay? And the thing that I like about searing it, honestly, is it keeps it tender. As you know, pork tenderloin is pretty lean. So it has a tendency to dry it out, and I really like doing it in the crock pot. I've done it in the oven before, and it's good that way too. But there's something about the crock pot that makes it taste really, really good. So I'm going to set this back down, and I'll show you. Okay, so then I'm just going to flip it over. Okay, and if you look, like, it's got a nice sear on the top of it on that one, and I'm just going to flip this one over. Okay, and then let it sear about 2 minutes on the other side, okay? And then what I'll do is transfer this into the crock pot. I'm just going to put it right in there, and then I'm going to take some water, and I'm going to pour water in the skillet and scrape off like any seasonings that might be left over after you seared it, okay? And then just put the lid on. You can add vegetables. I think I'm going to add some potatoes to this, some white potatoes, and then I'm also going to do some sweet potato fries in the oven. Me and the kids like the sweet potatoes. My husband likes the white potatoes, so I usually do both. Okay, so then I'm going to let it cook for probably about 4 hours. It usually will be done anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. Since I'm adding potatoes, I'm going to do it for 4 hours and it'll be done. But anyway, this makes, if you do 2 whole ones like this, it gives you leftovers. So we'll have leftovers tomorrow. That's a huge time-saving tip for all you moms out there. It's so easy to do something like this and then still have leftovers for the next day. So anyway, I'll post a picture later so y'all can see how it turns out, and hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.